Hello and welcome back to the Bob Cave. I'm here for episode number 42 of season 4 of my old school universe mode. We're here for WWE 2K23. Kicking back, kicking it LIVE live down here in the Bob Cave. You know how I roll. We're going to get things started with WWF Primetime Wrestling. This one is from September 30th, 1991. The in-studio guests are WWF Champion Hulk Hogan, the $1 Million Champion Virgil, and Skinner. Let's head down to ringside and get this one started. We're going to start things off. As you can see right there, the real world champion. Woo! The Nature Boy. We are going to play the Nature Boy's first match here in the WWF. He's taking on Jim Powers. The first match here on Primetime Wrestling, that is. And as always, I want to take the time to thank you guys for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all of my social media platforms. If you haven't done so already, down below, that's where you're going to find me, the B.O.B. baby. Let's do it. Let's kick it. We're heading down to the ring. Ric Flair in action in his in-ring debut on Primetime Wrestling. The real world champion. Alright, Nate's in there against Akira Tozawa. He will be taking on Jim Powers. Nice reverse Frankensteiner. Canadian Destroyer, jeez. And Nate's big right firing back. Tozawa with the neckbreaker. A mat slam by Tozawa. Big forearm. Running boot. Another one. Nate with the kitchen sink. And Nature Boy going to town now. Working Tozawa over. Knee drop to the arm. Nate hooking him. Up. And over. Nice suplex. Nature Boy now going to work on the legs. Tozawa, woo! You ain't got a chance. Come. Knee drop by Nature Boy. And Ric Flair is in complete control here. Knee smash. Another one. Nate's now going to work on the arm. The Nature Boy Ric Flair just dissecting Tozawa here. Tozawa catching his leg, dragon screw leg whip. Ric Flair caught him with the knees to the back after that seated senton went wrong. Nature Boy with the pile driver. Tozawa some big strikes. Fighting back. Shining Wizard. Kick out at one by the Nature Boy. Woo! Nature Boy sidestepped him out on the floor. Going right back to work on the legs. Tozawa counters with a jawbreaker on the floor. And Nate's throwing him back in the ring. Nate's with a rake to the eyes and a blatant low blow right in front of the referee. Figure four time. It's locked on Tozawa. The damage has been done to Tozawa. There is nowhere for this man to go. That's fine. I'll damage your arms. Missed the knee drop. Wheelbarrow into a bulldog. Beautiful move by Akira. Counter by Tozawa. After that, counter by Nate. Canadian Destroyer once again. Kick out by the Nature Boy. Knife head chop. Running clothesline. Another one. Tozawa one more time. Back kick. Drop Ric Flair. Tozawa headed up top. Flying senton. That Shining Wizard caught him. That spinning roundhouse kick. Another senton. Jesus Christ. Get out of here. And he doesn't tap the one figure four. We're rematching that. That ain't even happening like that. Bullshit. Alright. Single leg takedown by Nature Boy. Spinning toe hold now hooked. Hey, I do play on Legends. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. It's the way it goes, man. And sometimes on these universe modes, it's like, hey, yeah, this guy's lost 100 matches in a row. We gotta have him win. They're like fucking unstoppable. Yeah, you gotta love it when you don't even get a prompt. Come on. Alright, Nature Boy in control. Some knife head chops. Suplex by the Nature Boy. Headbutt to the midsection. And Nate's now dismantling Tozawa, targeting the leg. Big right, knocking him right back down. Bicycle kick taking Nate's down. Kitchen sink by the veteran. Small package by Tozawa. Shot to the back now. Tozawa trying to take control. Nate got the knees up. Pile driver. Nature Boy connecting. Side headlock, a big punch by Nate. Shoulder block. Missed the clothesline. Tozawa, neckbreaker. Kitchen Sink Nature Boy outside after him. Nature Boy with the knee. Smash. Nate's measuring him. Knee drop, yes, connect him. Bicycle kick by Tozawa. Nate's with a counter. Rick in the eyes. And that low blow. It's time, baby. Woo! Time to tap out. Screw it, I'm gonna pin him after it. I don't even care. Beat him, baby. Come on. Woo! Nature Boy with the win. A rake to the eyes. A blatant low blow. Guess the referee missed it. And right here, Nature Boy had the figure four hook. Tozawa blacked out from the pain. And Ric Flair just got the pin for the 1, 2, and 3. And the Nature Boy winning his debut here on Primetime Wrestling. What's this? The Nature Boy ain't done yet. You son of a bitch. Ah, shit. The real world champion out on the floor. The real world champion hooking the figure four on the outside. After that match, it's over. It's over, goddammit. Tozawa's tapping. Woo! Nature Boy debuting here on Primetime and taking out Akira Tozawa, the real world champion. 2-star matchup. Alright, we're moving right along. Like I said, the September 30th episode here of 1991's Primetime Wrestling. Let's get into it. The next matchup we have is match 2. The Intercontinental Champion Bret Hart is taking on Hercules Hernandez. Bret Hart is going to defeat Herc. Match 3, we got Ted DiBiase in action, and the $1 Million Man is taking on Julius Creed here. He actually took on Mark Thomas. We're going to play this one here as the $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. Danny Retromaster, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, my friend. If you're still on here with me, I've just seen it, and I do appreciate it. Alright, here we go. DiBiase and Creed. And DiBiase unloading with some strikes. Stomping away now on Creed. Knee drop to the back. Ted off to a fast start here against one of the Creeds, Julius. And Julius getting a back body drop. His brother Brutus is in action tonight as well against Davey Boy Smith. Knee drop to the back. And DiBiase just all over this kid right now. Ted making him pay. Set him up. Pile driver. No. Counter by Creed. Big ropes. Forearm. DiBiase firing back with some shots. A scoop. And a slam. DiBiase hitting the ropes. Jumping elbow drop. Connecting. Elbow drop. Ted's got him right where he wants him now. Another scoop. And a slam. One more time with that elbow drop, baby. Oh, yeah. Fist drops. DiBiase just dissecting his kid right now. Creed counters. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Oh, running clothesline by Julius. Julius Creed is trying to put up some kind of fight now. And DiBiase headed back in the ring. Big strikes by Ted. And Ted DiBiase is taunting away. The $1 Million Man is inside the ring. Just having a time of his life now. Creed getting back to his feet. And DiBiase meeting him outside. Knee to the face, just split him open. And DiBiase is looking to end this. Big right. Oh no. Creed with the counter. DiBiase at the right. And here we go. The dream. The $1 Million Dream is locked in. Creed's done. Creed is done. And the $1 Million Man has just defeated Julius Creed with the $1 Million Dream. As I said, it was supposed to be Mark Thomas on this episode of Primetime. Let's look at some highlights. Those beautiful fist drops. Hit like only Ted DiBiase could hit them. And then the $1 Million Dream locked in. Cinched in here. And Ted DiBiase getting the win. Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. Cause the $1 Million Man always gets his way. Stuff it down his throat. Right down his gullet. Right where it belongs. Here's for your trouble, son. That's probably more than the promoter's gonna pay your ass tonight. Alright. 1.5 star matchup. Let's exit here. Alright, the Legion of Doom in action now, taking on Mike Williams and Mike Durham. And the LOD are going to get the win. Match number 5, we got the Beverly Brothers in action. They're taking on Martin Roy and Joe Milana. And the Beverlys get the dub. Blake and Bo. Match number 6, Davey Boy Smith is taking on Big Bully Busick along with Harvey Whippleman. And Davey Boy Smith is going to win. We got Julius Creed in action as I promised earlier. Creed taking the L there. Davey Boy getting the win. Then we have highlights from Ric Flair's assault on Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. Match number 7, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is taking on Colonel Mustafa along with General Adnan. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan is going to get the win. Tough guy. Now we're going to head over to WCW. We're going to set that one up. And we're going to play 2 matches on that show. Let me do something first, though. Because there is nothing here. Okay. Back we go. Let's go ahead and edit it. Set this show up. Being kind of what we want, but kind of not too. Alright, customize. We'll get the Steiners out of here. And we'll get some enhancement in here. Noam. And Gacy, why the hell not? Works for me against the Enforcers. Big Josh and Dustin Rhodes in action after that. Alright, Big Josh and Dustin Rhodes, son of a plumber. Son of a former world champion, baby. Alright, Dustin and Big Josh. And they're taking on Humberto. And Angel. Works for me. Alright. After that, we got Terrence Taylor in action. The Taylor made... excuse me, the Taylor made man. Terrence Taylor. Alright, Terry. Do Mace, why not? Okay. And we got PN News in action. Alright, Big PN. Against Fear. Alright, Cactus Jack next. Cactus Jack in action. We'll have him take on Joaquin Wild. That's cool with me. Cactus along with Abdullah. Alright. Oop. Didn't mean to save that, but that's fine. We're still gonna edit. We still got 2 more matches, I believe, to go? Yes, okay. Next is Flying Brian Pillman taking on Richard Morton. Alright, Richard Morton here. I meant to put the foundation with them. It's all good though. I won't be playing that match anyway. Then we got beautiful Bobby Eaton taking on Abdullah the Butcher. Talk about a contrast of styles here. And Abby, of course, has Cactus in his corner. Alright, excellent. Alright, so this is World Championship Wrestling, WCW, from September 28th, 1991. It is from Atlanta, Georgia, in the Center Stage Theater. It is hosted by Jim Ross and Paul E. Dangerously. Match number 1, we got a guest referee, the Z-Man, and the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Firebreaker Chip and Todd Champion take on Mike Fever and Mike Thor. And Chip and Champion win. We get a countdown, the WCW Top 10 Countdown. And then we get the Halloween Havoc Control Center with Gordon Soley. Match 2, we got the WCW Tag Team Champions, the Enforcers, taking on Greg Sawyer and Joey Maggs. We are going to play this one right now. Entrance off. And we're going to play this one as the tag champs here, Larry Zbyszko and Double A, Arn Anderson. As always, I want to take the time to thank you guys for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms if you haven't done so already. Down below, hey, that's where you're going to find me. Me, the B.O.B. I also want to take the time to thank all you community creators out there. As you can see right here, down below, this is 2K23. Obviously, an old game. I want to thank all you creators, past, present, and future, then, now, and forever. Hey, cannot do this without you guys. I do plan on updating this roster probably on 2K25 on the PS4 for excuse me, for right now. Alright, we got Zbyszko and Dar starting off. Zbyszko right to the eyes and then a single leg takedown, snapping a leg back. Gacy with a cheap shot. Zbyszko giving him one right back. Spinning back elbow. Nice Judas effect there, that roaring elbow. Zbyszko taking out Gacy as Double A is hammering away on Gnome. Oh my! Zbyszko running clothesline. Dar's in trouble already. Right to the eyes. A snap there. And an elbow to the head, striking him down. Kick to the head now. Missed it. Dar missed that springboard attempt. Dar with a shot to the gut. Going for a powerbomb, no. Larry fighting out of it. Drop toe hold. Zbyszko going to work. Dar with the counter. Big forearm by Dar. And Double A in after him. Scooped him up. Backbreaker. Gacy taken out once again. Needed a face. And Dar split open. Dar is busted open thanks to Double A. Zbyszko with an Irish whip into the corner. Here we go. Double team move by the Enforcers, the tag team champions. Shot to the gut there by Arn. Arn scooping him up, slamming him down. And Arn Anderson going to work on the arm. Doing what he does best. Knee drop to the arm now. One half of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Former Minnesota Wrecking Crew. An original Four Horsemen member, Double A, Arn Anderson, is just taking it to this kid right now. Taking him to school. Zbyszko in. A drop toe hold and an elbow drop by the tag team champions. Here's a cover by Arn. Joe Gacy making the save. Small package now by Gnome. Larry taking out Joe before he can make the tag. Arn. DDT. No. Gourd Buster. Thinking it. No. Counter by Gnome. No. With the neck breaker. Springboard Enziguri. Clothesline to the back of the head. And Larry's in. Knee to the face. Zbyszko knee drop. Gnome rolling to the floor. And Zbyszko right after him. Larry Zbyszko keeping the attack. Hammering away on Dar now. Zbyszko just ate a knee lift. I needed a gut. Now Larry going to work now. And Arn just going to town. Drop toe hold attempt, no. Double A. Manhattan drop. Arn going to work. Went for Gacy. Bounced off of him. DDT time. Good night. Arn nailed a DDT. And the champs retain. Larry making the save after Orange just tosses in Joe Gacy. DDT right there. Let's look at his highlights. DDT, Arn right there, pulled him in. So if you can't beat him, join him, pull his ass in. Larry, and of course, just in case he woke up, gave him a big right to the face for his troubles, and the tag team champions successful here in this tag team matchup. Non-title match, of course. WCW Tag Team Champions, the Enforcers, win the match. Moving right along with the show. Paul E. interviews the WCW Tag Team Champions, the Enforcers, after their 3-star tag team matchup. Then match 3. Big Josh and Dustin Rhodes take on Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker and Bob Cook. We got them taking on Humberto and Angel here. Dustin and Big Josh are going to get the win. Paul E. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. We're a little further down. Match 4. Terrence Taylor, along with the York Foundation, take on Terry. He's taking on Terry Bronson. And Taylor wins with the 5-arm. Terry Taylor going to beat Mace here. Jim Ross interviews the #1 contender, Barry Windham. Match number 5, we got PN News taking on John Peterson. And PN News is going to win. We got him taking on Veer, if you will. Match number 6, we got Cactus Jack, along with Abdullah the Butcher, taking on Terry Hart. We got him taking on Joaquin Wild. And Cactus Jack is going to get the win in this matchup. Jim Ross then interviews Cactus Jack and Abdullah the Butcher. And then we go into our next matchup here. We got Richard Morton, along with the York Foundation, taking on Flying Brian Pillman. And Pillman's going to win this one with an inside cradle. After the match, the York Foundation attack Flying Brian. And we're going to get into match number 8. We're going to play this one now. Beautiful Bobby Eaton taking on Abdullah the Butcher. Let's get into it. And we're going to play this one as Abby and Cactus here. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. If you haven't done so, down below is where you're going to find me, the B.O.B. And as always, I want to thank all you community creators out there, past, present, and future, then, now, and forever. Cannot do this without you guys. And as I said, past, we're playing 2K23 here. Present, I'm playing 2K25 or 26. I mean 25. Yeah, of course we're not on 26 yet, but you guys get what I mean. Hey, you guys just keep doing what you're doing, keep creating, man, and I'll keep trying to put out these wonderful universe modes here, reliving history, reliving week by week, year by year. These wrestling shows as Abdullah bites beautiful Bobby on the forehead. The main event here of World Championship Wrestling this week. Abdullah counters with some elbows to the gut. Abby, hip toss. Abby lining him up, driving an elbow right down. And Abdullah working over beautiful Bobby Eaton. Multiple elbow drops there from the Butcher. From the middle rope, nobody home on that splash. He just ate a boot. Bobby now with the boot of his own. Right back to Abby. Overhand chop. He ate a slap instead. And a hip toss once more. Irish whip into the corner. Hammer throw. And a big double foot stomp. Another one by Abby. And this match has been all Abdullah right now. Headbutt by Abdullah. Eaton, backhand chop. And Abdullah biting the forehead. Back elbow now by Eaton. Eaton, running knee. I was about to say, where's that rope break? Come on, ref. Foot way under that. Clear as day. Bobby Eaton firing away some shots. Discus clothesline as Cactus Jack, the madman, looks on. A variation of a downward spiral there by Eaton. Eaton throwing caution to the wind there and paying for it. Eating a knee drop and hitting that outside mat. And thankfully for his sake, there is a mat outside. As Abdullah clears the table. The madman from Sudan. Going to work a running armbar. Driving that arm down into the mat on the outside floor. Abdullah is just working him over. Having his way with beautiful Bobby. Abby back in the ring. Counter by Eaton. Abby is trying to take him out. Neckbreaker on the floor. Hangman's neckbreaker. Eaton out. Thrown back into the ring. Throwing Abdullah, should I say. Beautiful Bobby back in. Big boot to the face. Abdullah eating another boot. Eaton headed up top. Bobby looking to fly. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's a little too far away. But Abdullah sidestepped him. Ducked the clothesline and gave him a gut wrench suplex instead. Abdullah counters. Elbows to the gut by the Butcher. And Abdullah to big time throat thrust. And here we go, he's lining them up. The elbow drop. The cover, 1, 2. And Bobby Eaton somehow kicking out of that. The madman from Sudan. Flying headbutt. Abdullah in disbelief after Eaton kicked out of the elbow drop. And Abdullah firing away some shots. Big left to the gut. Eaton missing the forearm. Abby, kick to the gut. He's got him in a Cobra clutch. Slamming him down. Abby's got his kendo stick. A big right by Eaton. A clothesline by Abby. Counter by the Butcher. Abdullah biting his head. Side Russian leg sweep by Eaton. Floating over and hammering away some rights. Missed the forearm. Eaton with the back elbow. Just rat on the big man, Abby. Abby, downward spiral on the Butcher. And Eaton going to work. Clothesline by Eaton. Another one by beautiful Bobby. Eaton catching a leg. Leg sweep. And Jack is on the apron. Jack is trying to get his attention, but to no avail. Abby ate a big boot there. Kick out though. A kick out by the Butcher. Forearm. Rocking Abby. Big knee to the face. and big rights. Another downward spiral. Abby's in trouble. Abby's in trouble as Eaton heads to the top. Could be jam time. Alabama jam. He missed. He missed the jam. Abby at the throat thrust. Abby dropping the elbow. And Abby. Abdullah gonna drop another elbow. What's Abdullah doing? Referee starting her count. Abdullah in. And Abdullah got a shot in with the kendo stick. Jawbreaker. Clothesline. The Butcher back out to get that kendo stick. Ah, running high knee. Neckbreaker. Got it. Eaton with the cover. Abdullah kicking out. Beautiful Bobby and Abdullah. What a war they're having. Eaton with the boot. Right to the face of Abdullah. That downward spiral again. Eaton headed up. Now Abdullah back on his feet. Abdullah caught him. Threw him from the top. And Abdullah back out. There it is. Referee calling for the bell as Abdullah going to town with that kendo stick. The madman that has no care in the world. No discrepancy for the rules. 4.5 star matchup. Well, yeah, 4.5 stars. Hey, I'll take it gladly for Abdullah the Butcher any day of the week. Beautiful Bobby won that one by disqualification when Cactus Jack interfered. Then Rick Steiner came out trying to help Beautiful Bobby, and he paid the price as Abdullah and Cactus Jack beat him down. And that's the way this show ended. So now we're going to head over to World Class Championship Wrestling. We're going to set that one up and play it. But before we do, once we set it up, we're going to take a brief intermission. I'm going to get a refill and take a little bathroom break real quick. But that being said, hey, you guys take a brief intermission as well. But do whatever you got to do, but come right back here, baby. That's for sure. Alright. We're going to exit here. World Class up next. Alright, edit our matches. Our first one for World Class is going to be one-man gang in action. And hey, we could keep Tyler Bate there. We're just going to throw the gang here. Perfect. Okay, one-man gang. And then the next match, the main event, is the Freebirds in action, Buddy and Michael P.S. Hayes. And they are taking on... Let's get the Buddy. Good old Buddy Jack. And Michael. They're taking on the Iceman. And Kerry Von Erich. Alright. Alright guys, like I said, brief intermission. I'll be right back. Like I said, do whatever you gotta do, but get right back here. Get a snack. Go get a drink. Hey, bathroom break, take a smoke. Do what you gotta do. Get back here. I'll be right back, Jack. Alright. let's get back at it. My apologies for the delay. Let's do it. Got my can of whoop ass. Alright, so this is World Class Championship Wrestling from February the 8th, 1986. It is from the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas. The first match is Jack Victory taking on Jerry Allen. That one goes to a time limit draw. Match number 2, we got the One Man Gang taking on Mark Youngblood. We're going to play this one here as the Gang. Alright, One Man Gang in action. Alright, here we go. The Gang. The One-Man Gang out here with Skandar Akbar as he has taken on Tyler Bate. Both men missing an offensive move. Springboard drop kick to nobody home on that one. The Gang sidestepped him. Bate caught the foot. Gang with the counter. Back elbow. One Man Gang counters. Oh my! Nice sidewall slam there. A deep 6. Just tossing him like a sack of potatoes. The Gang having his way with him. Springboard back elbow. Nobody home. Into the corner. Running clothesline by the Gang, who's just been dominant thus far. Big splash. Kick out at one. Not enough damage done yet to beat. Knee drop. Nobody home. Head scissors. And the One Man Gang kicking out. Uppercut. Irish whip into the corner. Uppercut again. Bate trying to take advantage. Uppercut once more. Big jab. Uppercut. Uppercut again. Irish whip now. Big boot on the Gang, split him open, but did not drop the big man. Running shoulder block. And the Gang with the running knee. To the face, and here we go, gourd buster time. No. Counter by Bate. Drop kick missed. Bate with the drop kick, caught him. Caught him again. Running crossbody, nailed the Gang. And the One Man Gang kicking out. At 2. Gang sidestepped him. Hooked him. Got him up. Powerbomb into a spine buster. And a One Man Gang now turning his attention to Tyler Bate, trying to finish this young man off. Gang hit the ropes. 747 one time. It's gourd buster time. Gang hoisting him up after being busted up, and he ain't finished with this man yet. Gang off the ropes. No, bait with the knees. Spinning wheel kick. A cartwheel kick. Irish whip now. A duck. But Gang caught him. Gang needed a face. 7:47. Referee in position. And that is it. The one-man Gang with the win after a 7:47 splash. As you see that laceration above his left eye, that did not stop the one-man Gang. After that counter on the Gore Buster, you see the Gang finally hitting it there. And then that big 7:47 coming directly down on the rib cage of Tyler Bate, driving all the air out of his body, incapacitating the man. Alright, so the one-man Gang did win that match. He beat Mark Youngblood with a 7:47 splash. Bill Mercer, oh boy. He happens to announce some bad news here, and it is the death of Gino Hernandez. Yes, Gino Hernandez has passed away. And then we go to some highlights from the American Tag Team Championship match, with the Fantastics taking on the Midnight Express in place of the match that was supposed to be Gino Hernandez's last match. So, an old school match up here with the Fantastics and the Midnight Express. Then we have a video pack, well, a music video from the Fabulous Freebirds of Bad Street. So the Bad Street music video plays, and that leads into match number 3, in which the Freebirds will be taking on the Iceman King Parsons and Kerry Von Erich. And the winners of this match will be the Iceman and Kerry Von Erich. Now, don't be thinking it's over yet. We still got one more show. We got the UWF. We're going to be playing UWF episode number 42. We're going to set it up, and then we're going to play one match on that show. And that'll be that. Alright. So let's get over here. Let's set it up. Okay. Our first match, we got the Iceman in action. And this is, yeah, we got a lot of the guys from World Class here, but this is a completely different year, so we'll discuss that. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not good. Some bitch. You gotta love it when that happens on any console, god damn it. I ain't reporting nothing, you guys are garbage. Well, let's get the UWF and then we'll sim. We'll get through our show and that'll be that. Excuse me. Ooh. I'm allergic to the bullshit of this game. My apologies for that. Whew. Alright, get back into this. Like I said, I am so sorry about that. You guys, hey, you know, there's nothing I can do about this. This stuff happens. It is what it is, yeah. Let's just get back and set it up. Like we were gonna do. Okay. Universe mode. Continue. Alright. Back to UWF. Yeah, it screwed up everything. That's fine though, because hey, it's got Iceman right there, so our first match is set. Okay, Iceman in action. Then we got Savannah Jack. He'll be competing. Let's go ahead and do Jinder. Or Jay, I don't care. Jinder Mahal. And Savannah Jack. Okay, match 1. Well, match 2 technically. It's 3 to be honest, but here we go. Nope, back. tag match. Tag team match, we got Sting and Hot Stuff. Eddie Gilbert. Hyatt and Hot Stuff International here. Shit. Sting. Hot Stuff. And let's get some enhancement up in here. Ludwig. And we'll do Mustafa. Works for me. Alright, we got Terry Taylor in action as well. Alright, Terry Taylor. Gargano. Then we'll do the one-man gang next. He's got a match here. Our one-man gang once again in action. There we go. Gulak. Okay, and then we'll do Dr. Death here and Terry Gordy. Once again, these two men meeting up. Another week in a row. Alright. Perfect. Let's do it. Excuse me. Alright, so this is UWF, episode number 42, from January 26, 1987, and it is from the Convention Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that is. Alright, next, our first match, we got Ken Macy taking on Iceman King Parsons. The Iceman is going to beat Mustafa Ali here. Match number 2, we got the Angel of Death, along with Sunshine, taking on Johnny West. The Angel of Death wins. Match number 3, we got the UWF Television Champion Savannah Jack taking on Jack Victory. Savannah Jack is going to get the win. Match number 4, we have a tag team contest. Hyatt and Hot Stuff International taking on Ludwig Kaiser and Mustafa Ali. Oh, nope. We need to edit this. I messed up here completely. They are not taking on Ludwig and Mustafa at all. I'm glad I looked at that. I would have been pretty mad. They are taking on the Fantastics. Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers. Beautiful. I would have totally blanked on that and been mad. We're going to play this one as Hyatt and Hot Stuff International. So Sting and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, of course, are here accompanied by Missy Hyatt. Let's get into it. And this is the last match we're going to play. We're going to still go through the UWF, the UWF show. And talk about the rest of the show, sim the rest of it, and culminate our episode. So let's get into this. Let's play this match. Let's not look past the Fantastics. A great tag team here as they take on Hyatt and Hot Stuff International. Here we go. Collar elbow tie up. Hot Stuff. Headlock punch to Tommy Rogers. Waistlock takedown. And these two teams have been going at it for quite some time now, feuding over the UWF tag team titles. This episode, of course, from January the 26th, 1987. As Hot Stuff works over Tommy Rogers. Rogers got him up in a bear hug. Hot Stuff fighting them all. Stinger in with some shots. Hot Stuff working him over. Stinger at the clothesline. Oh, Sting taken down. Sting taken down by Bobby Fulton. And Rogers with the neckbreaker. Dropping Eddie Gilbert with that neckbreaker. Eddie out of the way. Eddie running clothesline. Hot stuff, a wind up, and a big uppercut. Looking for some hot stuff. Hot stuff taunting. Too soon. As Sting comes in with the Bulldog, taking Rogers down. Belly to belly attempt. Countered by Hot Stuff. And a big right. Fist drop. Sting dropped on the floor. Shit, I did not want to go for a pin. Fulton going after Sting. Into the corner he goes. As Gilbert trying to work him over. Belly to belly. Rogers caught it that time. Hot Stuff rolls to the floor. Atomic drop. Scooped him up. Gonna drop him down face first. Irish whip into the guardrail. Face first again. Eddie working him over. Stinger in. Into the corner. Into the turnbuckle. A counter by Sting. And a Bulldog by Hot Stuff. An Irish whip into Sting. Stinger with the DDT. Hot Stuff with the cover. Sting taking down Bobby. And a crossbody to the floor on Fulton. These two men have isolated Tommy Rogers. Prevented him from making a tag. And Bobby, hip toss. And a tag in the Sting. Sting, crossbody again to the floor, missed him. Hot Stuff, out after him. Big rights. Big right to Sting. Rogers throwing Sting back in. Eddie rocked him with two rights. That big uppercut right just knocked him out cold. A near fall and Rogers kicked out. Sting now working him over. Rogers catching a crossbody. And this has basically been a 2-on-1 mat slam by Sting. As they have really prevented Tommy Rogers from making a tag here. Stinger with the Stinger splash. Scorpion deathlock. Turning him, sitting down. He's got it locked. And that's it. Hot Stuff and Hyatt International have done it. They have defeated the Fantastics as they have prevented Tommy Rogers from making a tag. There you see them uppercuts out on the floor by Eddie Gilbert, the illegal man in the match, of course, taking advantage of the rules here. And right here, Sting turning over the Scorpion Deathlock after the Scorpion, after the Stinger splash into the corner. And Sting and Hot Stuff get the win. Alright. Sting and Hot Stuff winning. 3.5 stars. Let's exit here. Let's sim the rest of the show. And let's get done with this episode, baby. Alright, Terry, excuse me, Terry Taylor is taking on Art Cruz here. Terry Taylor is going to get the win. The tailor-made man, if you will. After that, we got the one-man gang, the UWF Heavyweight Champion, along with Skandar Akbar, taking on Johnny West. We got him taking on Drew Gulak. One-man gang going to get the win. Match 9, we have the Super Ninja taking on Jeff Rates. Match 10, we got Sting taking on Bobby Walker, and Sting wins. And then match 11, we got Dr. Death, Steve Williams taking on Terry Bam Bam Gordy. This one was a no contest. We are just going to sim it and let the random winner be the random winner here. Hands off. Dr. Death defeats Terry Bam Bam Gordy in the main event. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining me here in the Bob Cave. That is going to do it for episode number 42, season 4 of my WWE Old School Universe mode here in the Bob Cave. I want to take the time to thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. I want to thank Danny Retromaster for following me on Twitch. Hey, thank you so much for that. I want to thank you guys for sticking it out for the stream. I want to thank all you community creators, past, present, and future, then, now, and forever. I do say past because, hey, you can see down below. This is 2K23. Going to be upgrading this one pretty soon to 2K25. But in the meantime, hey, past, present, future, then, now, and forever. Cannot thank you creators enough. Would not be able to play these universe modes without you creators. So I always want to mention that. And hey, until we meet again, my friends, this is the Bob signing out. Stay tuned for more content coming your way live from the Bob Cave. Thanks for watching.